Hey, good evening, folks. Welcome to another edition of Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, wanted to take a moment to do a recap of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Hyper Battle 22 that took place just yesterday. Finally got around to seeing it later that evening. So I just wanted to give my thoughts on it and kind of recap the card. So first off, it started with a 8-man tag team match where it had Jado, the Gorillas of Destiny, and Hiroshi Tanahashi going up against Bullet Club's Gato, Yujiro Takahashi, Chase Owens, and Bad Luck Fale. Of course, this all stemmed from the fallout of Bullet Club pretty much kicking Jado and the Gorillas of Destiny out, courtesy of Switchblade, Jay White, and the others. House of Torture as well. So, this was a decent opening match. It was definitely very chaotic. And when it came down to it, after all, I would have never thought I'd imagine Hiroshi Tanahashi teaming up with Gorillas of Destiny. But it happened. And before you know it, everybody had cross faces locked in. But Jado had the cross face on Gato, the two legal men. Gato tapped out. And therefore, Jado, Gorillas of Destiny, and Hiroshi Tanahashi got the victory. Tanahashi also gave the three New Japan Pro Wrestling red and white shirts. So I thought that was pretty cool. I guess they're cool with the Ace now. I don't know. I don't really truly know what that signifies, but hey, I can dig it. But yeah, Jado, the Gorillas of Destiny, and the Ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi, get the victory. Next up, we had a tag team match. LIJ, Shingo Takagi, and Tetsuya Naito went up against United Empire's Will Ospreay and Aaron Hanare. Now, of course, I always enjoy seeing Will Ospreay in a match. Dude is fantastic. I just felt like LIJ is just a little too strong. Just a little too strong. A combination of Naito and Shingo was definitely too much for United Empire. And Shingo hit the Made in Japan on Aaron Hanare to get the victory. Man, didn't even have to bust out Last of the Dragons. Although both moves are pretty similar between that and Made in Japan. Pretty similar. But Shingo got the victory for LIJ. Next up, we had the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships on the line, as Master Wato and Ryusuke Taguchi made their first defense against Bullet Club's El Phantasmo and Bone Soldier Taiji Ishimori. Oh, man. This match was loaded with a lot of back rakes and a lot of butt-thrusting hip attacks. Which, Ryusuke Taguchi in there, you're going to see a lot of that. Running butt attacks, springboard butt attacks, you name it. He does it. And sure enough, was able to get the pin on El Phantasmo. Of course, dropped his pants down for a little bit more leverage. But was able to get the 1, 2, 3, and Master Wato and Ryusuke Taguchi retain the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles. But that was quite a finish. Quite a finish. But that's not the first time we've seen that kind of finish from Ryusuke Taguchi. Let's just keep it real. After all, he loves to use his funky weapon. Anyway, next up, we had the KOPW 2022 Championship trophy on the line. And this was a no-rope ring-out match. Um, Toru Yano was defending against Taichi. Now, pretty much this match was done sumo wrestling style in a way. I mean, you had no ring ropes and you had to force your opponent out of the ring to score the victory. So, I mean, it's pretty much similar to sumo wrestling rules in a way. It wasn't a very long match. I didn't expect it to be. I want to say it might have been 5 minutes, maybe a little more, a little less, but it wasn't a very long match. But you know, both competitors tried to force each other out of the ring, and sure enough, Taichi was able to toss Toru Yano out of the ring, and Taichi is now your KOPW 2022 champion. Did not expect that. I did not. I was thinking there was going to be some sort of crazy shenanigans from Toru Yano that gave him the edge to get this victory, but nah. Taichi did his thing and got the victory, and now holds the KOPW 2022 trophy. Did not expect that at all, but you know, Miho Abe was super happy. Next up, we had the... Oh, and speaking of which, it looks like Shingo. Taichi is calling out and wants to face Shingo Takagi for the KOPW trophy. Not really somebody I could see fighting for that, but then again, I couldn't see Taichi holding that trophy, nor Minoru Suzuki. So, it's crazy. It's really crazy. But next up, we had the Never Championship on the line as Evil defended against Hiromu Takahashi. And honestly, Hiromu came really close. I mean, he withstood a whole lot of interference, low blows. Like, he withstood a lot, especially between Evil and Dick Togo. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. And he finally ate, and everything is Evil. And Evil retained the Never Championship match. The Never Championship. Or, you know, the Never Openweight Championship. But Hiromu came really, really close. I mean, he came really close. I also was digging the tights he was wearing with the Evil written all over his tights. So I was kind of digging that. But it was a good match. It was definitely a good match. Just, you know, with all the interference. Hiromu gave it a big effort, but just wasn't enough. Next up, we had the IWGP Tag Team titles on the line as Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto make another defense. This time against United Empire's The Great O-Khan and Jeff Cobb. Pardon me. Now, this was a very action-packed match. And actually, this is one of my favorite matches on the card. This was actually one of my favorite matches. Goto and Yoshihashi almost had it. But sure enough, took a tour of the islands onto Yoshihashi. And we now have new IWGP Tag Team Champions in the form of the Great O-Khan and Jeff Cobb. So, a strong showing there for United Empire as they have crowned new champions. So, yeah. So we got that title change as well. So far the KOPW title has changed hands and the IWGP tag titles have changed hands so far. We next had the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship on the line as El Desperado was set to make another defense against Sho. And of course, this was, you know what? This was definitely a great match that I could really, now that I think about it, I think I could definitely see Sho as IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion at some point. Might not be now, but at some point, I could definitely see him pulling it off. For reals. I definitely showed it in this match. But El Desperado was able to get the victory, hit a pinche loco, and was able to get the victory. But definitely was a tough match for both of these competitors. And not only that, apparently a new member of United Empire announced that he was going to be in the Best of the Super Juniors. Francesco Akira, who I believe is Italian, if I remember correctly. I don't know that much about him. But yeah, looks like he's the newest member of United Empire, and he'll be, in the Best of Super Juniors tournament. So that should be interesting. Also, Sonata, the IWGP United States champion, came out, and unfortunately, due to his orbital bone injury, he has to decide to relinquish the IWGP United States Championship. Of course, Will Ospreay came out, felt like it should have been handed over to him. Hiroshi Tanahashi comes out as well. And it looks like everything ended up leading to there's going to be a match for the vacant IWGP United States Championship. Hiroshi Tanahashi, Will Ospreay. So that should be really good. So we could look forward to that. The main event. The IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Kazuchika Okada defended against the New Japan Cup winner for this year, Zack Sabre Jr. Honestly, I was kind of surprised, because there was a moment where it really looked like Zack Sabre Jr. was going to pull it off. But once again, the disappointment. So that's twice now. That's twice that he's won the New Japan Cup, but wasn't able to win the big one. And Okada was able to take him out with a Rainmaker for the 1-2-3, and Okada is still your IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. I feel for Zack Sabre Jr. I really do. Because I honestly thought this time around he was going to do it, but not so. They also announced G1 Climax 32. So we got the G1 Climax 32 to look forward to. We have also Wrestling Dantaku. The card for Wrestling Dantaku got announced. That's May 1st. And it's quite a bit. It's quite a bit to look forward to. I mean, for title matches, we're going to see the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag titles on the line, as Doki and Yoshinobu Kanemaru are going to get their shot against Ryusuke Taguchi and Master Wato. We're going to see, apparently Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi are going to get a rematch for the IWGP Tag Team titles, as newly crowned champions Jeff Cobb and the Great O-Khan will give them their rematch. Actually, it's a triple threat. I'm sorry. It's a triple threat. So Jeff Cobb and the Great O-Khan have to defend against Yoshihashi, Hiroki Goto, and the team of Chase Owens and Bad Luck Fale. Wow. So they're going to have their hands full, especially their first title defense. Wow. The Never Openweight Championship. Evil will defend against Tamatanga. So we got that to look forward to. Taiji Ishimori gets a shot at the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title that El Desperado currently holds. And, yeah, they're going to have the IWGP United States Championship on the line, as Will Ospreay and Hiroshi Tanahashi will battle for that. And Tetsuya Naito has stepped up and challenged Okada So he will get his shot at the IWGP World Heavyweight title at Wrestling Dontaku. So we got that to look forward to for New Japan Pro Wrestling. We got the Golden Fight series that's around the corner as well. That'll be before Wrestling Dontaku. I think there's going to be some title matches for that. But we got a lot to look forward to. Wrestling Dontaku's May 1st. And then Best of Super Juniors starts May 15th. So I can't wait for them to finally announce who's going to be in this tournament. And one of the things that they've pointed out was Bushiroad, New Japan Pro Wrestling, they're starting to get visas for those that'll be traveling. So sounds very promising, y'all. Very promising. And of course, as I discussed in the last video that I did, AEW, Dynamite, and Rampage will be available with Japanese commentary on NJPW World. So that's a big deal. So definitely a lot to look forward to with New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm hoping at some point Stardom will be on the list as for a possible future partnership with AEW. I think that'd be cool. It doesn't have to be a big one, but just some collaborating here and there. That'd be fine for me. But anyway, that's pretty much it for Hyper Battle 22. Let me know what y'all thought. What did y'all think about the matches? What y'all think about the title changes? Are y'all excited for Wrestling Dontaku 2022? Are you excited for the Best of Super Juniors tournament? Let me know what y'all's thoughts are. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all know the deal. Hit that notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. This has been another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. I hope everybody has a blessed week, and I will see y'all very soon. Take care. Peace.